Good. Okay, website. Let's take a look at this. Try to use Google Chrome, okay? It works better. You Google Anaconda Python. Click the link, continue download. 3.6 version, and you should know whether your system is 64-bit or 32-bit. Most probably it's 64-bit. You install it. If you are on Windows, you have this thing, Anaconda, and you have option to open the prompt, Anaconda prompt, and Jupyter Notebook. When you click Jupyter Notebook, like this, if you start a kernel, and then it will run, it will make one new tab on your default web browser, probably Chrome, okay? And then from here, you can open IPython notebook file, okay? But we are not there yet. Okay? First thing, before we do those Python things, you should know something easier than that first. Okay, lecture 1. Previously is lecture 0, right? Lecture 1. In this lecture, we will go through LibreOffice for those who use Mac and Excel VBA. And on purpose, I know that many of you use Windows. Okay, so the code may not be directly available. In fact, whatever I download is from LibreOffice. You can use Excel, open it, but you won't see the source code. If you use LibreOffice, you can see the source code. But my purpose is not for you to see the source code and copy the source code. You will have that later. But my purpose is for you to type it, okay, so that you know how to use it. But for those of you who use Mac, you can just put the file in and run it, and it should just work. But in any way, you should know both. Because if you know Excel VBA, you just add a couple lines of code on the top, and the same code can be used for LibreOffice. Same code, identical code. Okay? So you will learn how to print number to worksheet. Write 1 to 1000, do matrix operation, solver, and coding practice. How do we do, when you type the code, do we have indent, do we have space, how do we do the paragraph thing, okay? I will show you the non-Pythonic way of finding the prime number in the range of 0 to 2000. How do we find the prime number, okay? Non-Pythonic way means the way that you should not do when you do it with Python, or it's a slow way. Pythonic way is a faster way. It's not always faster, but it's the way that is more readable. Okay. Programming in spreadsheet. The good thing is LibreOffice is free. Free in Ubuntu, free OS. So in case you don't want to pay for Excel, but if you already paid, you can use Excel VBA. Okay. Libre in French, I think it means free. Okay, so it's free. And programming step, you should write flowchart, okay, especially for the first time. Then you break the whole task into subtasks, okay. You do small step, and you test each part of your code and make sure that it works before we put it together. VBA and OpenOffice. Thumbs up or what? 1220, right? This guy's okay, so I'm still fine. VBA and OpenOffice basic, they are very similar. Okay, VBA code, when you put in Open Basic, OO Basic, you put option VBA support 1, and then you're done. Okay, VBA, where's VBA? I open Excel, okay, so that I have VBA. Click on this one, and Developer tab, Visual Basic, and I need to insert new module that give you VBA screen. Okay, you can do alternate F11. So this VBA thing is just a quick way to automate what you want to do on Excel quickly. If you write a long function on Excel sheet, it may be too long to put everything in correctly. So you may do it different way by use VBA function. Okay, this is a reference for basic language, OpenOffice. Okay, I give you the website. What do we do? We do if statement. What do? We do with the loop, brief tutorial. They're the same as the VBA, just a little bit different on how you print something. Okay, the objective of this lesson is for the learner to know how to use VBA and OpenOffice. You know both, and you should know both. In addition, the learner is expected to write similar program. You will do that for homework. That's shown in lecture. The majority of learning occurs when you do the homework. Majority of your learning process. If you don't do the homework, maybe you don't learn much. Okay, so you have to learn homework. But you don't have homework yet. So because it's not the last day to add the course. Okay, you get your homework, I promise. Okay, quick review. Adding two numbers. If you type A equal to A plus 1, what does it mean? A equal to A plus 1. That is wrong, right?
It's not wrong.
It's not wrong, it's correct?
Yes.
What does it mean?
It means that A equals A plus 1 after that.
So you put the right hand side result and store in the left hand side variable. Okay, so originally let's say A equal to 10. A equal to A plus 1 make A to be 11. Right? Good. Okay, summation. How do we do summation? I do sum equal to 0. So sum is the identifier, the name of the variable. I set it equal to 0. I use for statement. So this code is the same as in the basic or OpenOffice. Okay, it's the same. If I write for I equal to 1 to n, okay, sum equal to sum plus v parenthesis I next I. Any idea what will it do for us, Matty?
So it gets the v as an array which is numbers from a to n. Then it added each step it added another v to the previous sum.
Seems like you know it already.
And replace it with the sum, the previous value of the sum. So it goes one step higher.
We do summation. So the code, if you just put this thing in, it doesn't work. You have to define the variable before you use it. For example, we say for I equal to 1 to n, how much is n? We have to tell it, right? We may say, okay, n equal to 10. And then they need to know, what is v? V, when we have v parenthesis I, this means it's not just one value. It's like v0, v1, v2, v3, v4, v5. It's a vector, or it's an array. Okay, you will see the actual code soon. But this thing, we get the summation of the array. Use this code. We have the for loop to loop through each v component, add them together, then we get the summation. So first we get maybe okay, this is summation. If you go try it yourself, you will have to say you have to define v first, and I will tell you in a moment how we define v. But this is how we do summation. How do we do swapping? Swapping. Okay. So let's say a equal to 3. Now a equal to 3, right? B equal to nothing, we don't know, we didn't write it yet. C equal to nothing. We don't know yet, right? That is C value. And I said B equal to 20. Now A is 3, B is 20, and C is unknown. I put question mark there. So I have A equal to 3, B equal to 20. I want to swap them. What do you do? Tomato pay.
C equals A, then you swap A equals B. Right, yeah.
OLAN, right? RIWAJU. Is that the name?
No,
Larry.
You have to write your name one more time
Okay.
in a computer font like that. Okay. Run
Larry.
Lanre.
Lanry. L-A-N-R-E. Pronounced
Lanre.
Exactly.
Lanre.
Yeah.
So the idea here is we have the variable. We assign the number to variable. Think about the variable as a container. If you want to swap, I have two books like this. I cannot do this, right? For the programming, or I swapping like this. So to swap it, I have to put this book down, move this book, and then grab it up like that. So I create additional parameter which is C to store the value of A. Okay, then I can have A to store value of B. So when I have C store value of A, now A equal to 3, stay the same, B equals to 20, stay the same, but C equal to 3, right? And then when I write A equal to B, this means A take the value of 20 and put into itself. So now A is 20. And B is also 20 because I didn't do anything with B. And C is still 3. Then I have B equal to C. This doesn't mean that they equal. It means put right hand side into the left hand side variable. So A is still equal to 20, and B, you see this number 3, I put that 3 into here. Okay? This is how we swap value between A and B. We need to create additional variable for VBA. For Python, you can do it quicker. Okay, how do we do when you use OpenOffice? The application called Cal, C-A-L-C, that part, you open it, the green thing, go to the tool, macro, organize macro, LibreOffice Basic, click that. Then this screen will pop up, click new, okay, new. Then you get to the screen. Type the code and run it, you'll be fine. So this is just an example of the code. I put here, print in many ways. You see the first line? When it's gray, that means it doesn't do anything, okay? Gray part after remark IEM, it doesn't do anything. I put option explicit over there. When I put option explicit, this means anything that you put in must be declared first before you can do anything with it. If you don't declare it, if you just say the compiler don't understand what you said, just that. Okay, this helps you to debug. Okay, it helps. Okay, option explicit. Then I make the subroutine SUB sub. Okay, and the name of the subroutine. Print in many ways. Then I define. This is OpenOffice, okay, if you use VBA, you write something shorter than this, and we will show that too. But the syntax, they are very similar. Dim doc as object, this is to declare the variable doc as the object, okay. Dim sheet as object, so declare sheet as object, declare cell as object, and I put print 3. This will do something, okay. I think it shows you the message box. So for OpenOffice, the way you print in OpenOffice, if you want to print it on the cell, look at this, I put doc equal to this component. Okay, this is just the object name of the OpenOffice. and then sheet equal this component dot sheet parenthesis 0. So this is to select which sheet that we try to talk about. And I put cell equal to sheet dot get cell by position 0, 0. Okay, the difference between OpenOffice and everything else is like, normally we put row then column, right? But OpenOffice, I think it's column first, then we have row index. But you will find that if you use it. So if you use Mac, you can use OpenOffice. I put cell.string equal to hello world. If we do this, then the word hello world will pop up on cell A1. Ta-da! We print something on the workbook. Right? If we want to print something on A1, we put this. If we want to write a number, okay, I want to write 1.235 on B1. So look at this, it starts with 0. So that is OpenOffice, okay. VBA will be different way of writing it. 1, 0 is cell B1. So it have the first index is for column. Column 0 is A. Column 1 is B. And I have cell.value equal to 1.235. Okay. So now you may think, what is the difference between cell.string and cell.value? If you have .string, whatever you write will be like string or character, sequence of character. It doesn't think about that as number, no. It's think about it like character. So if I show you in Excel, I put 10 over there. That is number, right? Integer. But if I put this, I put single quotation mark and then 10. What do you get? I also get 10. But it stays on the left side. Right? If I put A, B, C, it stays on the left side. And you cannot do 10 past 10. Look. Equal 10 plus 10. Oh, you can? It's 20 this time. Okay, I think it's okay in here then. In other language or in Python, you may be able to do it too. Or you may not be able to do it. You have to check, okay? But one of them is string. Take as a character 1 and character 0. Another one is 10 as an integer or number.
So I have a question.
Yes.
So you mentioned 3 things: VBA, LibreOffice, and
Python?
no, OpenOffice. VBA, OpenOffice, and LibreOffice.
It's the same thing. LibreOffice, OpenOffice, they are the same thing.
Yeah. So can we concentrate on one?
Told you, you have to know both. When you do the homework, it doesn't mean that you submit both versions. You submit just one. Okay? At least you need to know one. But I assume that you know both. Why? Because they are the same. Okay? Like, hey, agreed, I just know just lowercase English. I don't know uppercase. Come on, they are the same, right? If you know lowercase, uppercase, you need to know it. You cannot say, hey, I just know uppercase. If you write something in lowercase, I cannot read. No, you have to be able to read and understand. Right? They are exactly the same, a little bit different. Okay. So write number to cell A2. So to go to cell A2, I have cell equal to sheet that get cell by position 0, 1. 0 means column 0 or column A. Number 1 means second value, which is A2. Cell.value 2.234. So that will write 2.234 on cell A2 in LibreOffice. Okay. And if you want to know more information, you go to the website. Okay. Now, what about I want to write it on the text file? I want to write it on the text file. So, it's quite trivial if you just, hey, I can type 2.234 on cell A2 quickly, don't have to do this, right? Why do we have to know all this? Because if you want to write something like 10,000 value, you just put for loop and it's write 10,000 times. You cannot type 10,000 times on the workbook, right? So you need to know this before you can do the loop. Okay, what if I want to write to 5? If you want to write to 5, there's a format, okay? Dim i5, you can use other name, but if you use other name, you have to update other part. i5 as integer, so it's an integer. i5 equal to free 5. The first F have to be capital F, okay, free 5. Cell equal to sheet dot get cell by position 02. Cell dot string equal to CURDAR, current directory. So this means it will put current directory onto cell A3. Okay. CURDAR, this is just a preserved name current directory to tell the path directly. This doesn't print anything into file yet. Then we have open quotation mark dot slash that dot text for output as i5. If you type this into Windows, it won't work. Okay. If you type this on Ubuntu or Linux, it works. If you type it on Mac, I don't know, you try. I think it may work. I think it should. The difference is the part of the location of the file. If you use Linux, it's slash. If you use Windows, it's backslash. Okay, it's slash and backslash. That's what different. Dot mean current directory. Okay, dot is current directory. If you have dot dot, that is parent directory. Open that file name as the output file for output as i5. Then write have hash i5 hello 123 one space. So that when you see nothing is quotation mark 1 space quotation mark 50. So if you write that line onto that text file, okay, write another line and then close. Don't forget end subroutine. Okay, when we do that, you click it. You have hello world A1 2.232 A2 slash home slash me. That's location of the file directory, and you have 1.235. And when you open the text file that we just create, we get hello world, hello 123, comma something. So we get whatever we put in. Okay, that is output in the text file. So that is what we do in OpenOffice. What about VBA? Easier. Press alternate F11. Okay. Go to developer tab. Click Visual Basic. Right click, insert module, like what we just did, like that, right? And option explicit stay the same. You still have option explicit. Sub stay the same, and you give the name of the subroutine. This time you put open and close parentheses. This means this subroutine doesn't take any input. Okay. We put msgbox quotation mark 3. This pop up the message box. Like if you do in Ubuntu, you have that thing, right? You remember print 3 in VBA is msgbox 3. Okay. And this time, if you want cell A1, you just cell capital C, okay, and have S. Cell 11 equal to quotation mark hello world. Just this line, it print the value directly. Instead of, if you use Mac, you have to this component dot sheet dot get cell by position, and sheet dot string, sheet dot value logger. Okay? Okay, just write self hello world. Self 1 2 equal to 1.235. Cell 2 comma 1 dot value equal to 2.23 or 2.234. Same thing, if you want current directory, you can say 31 equal to cur, C-U-R-D-A-R. Okay. You do the same thing, dim i5 as integer, i5 equal to free file. If you put single quotation mark, it's a remark, so the program doesn't execute this part. Okay. And I put here, somehow Linux part work too, but sometimes it doesn't work. Okay. Like in if you use Python and in Windows, Linux part may or may not work. You try. To make it work every time, you may want to use Windows part. Question?
Just can you explain iFile and FreeFile? I'm not understanding.
iFile is just variable contain integer. When we type free file, it's just find the integer, the slot that is free to write a file. It may be 1, maybe 2, maybe 10 or something. So we let the computer find the location that is ready to write a file, such that. Okay. Open for output as iFile. So you see, this line is the same as OpenOffice, right? The difference is just that printing. Write hash iFile hello something 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 close. We are done. So we write something and you put end sum. So we write something on the file. So syntax are very similar. Different part is this component. VBA use row column and it start with 1. OpenOffice use column row and it start with 0. A2 is cell 2 1. Use print directly. VBA you use MSDBOX to have something pop up. Yes.
So this iFile is the name of the file that we want to get as an output. It should be any other. It could be any other.
The name of the output file is this part. Dat.txt. iFile is just the name of variable. If you change to ABC, and this is ABC, 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 ABC everywhere. It's just to refer that location.
So it can be any other name.
Can be any other name. Doesn't matter.
About subroutine, what is subroutine that you said?
SUB sub is to create a subroutine. Subroutine is the part of the computer program to tell that it do the work, but it doesn't give output. Function do the work and give output. Okay, so sub and write everything over here. Okay, let me show it in Excel then. You see this, or it should be larger?
No, it's not.
That's fine. So I click play. Guess what? I get 1,000 over there. Wow. Get 1,000 over there. And if I want another cell, 2 1 to be 2,000. Click run. I get 1,000 and 2,000. Good. And if you want to stop in the middle, just put this breakpoint. You click inside, you click play, it stops over there. And this doesn't move until you ask it to continue. Okay? That is breakpoint that you put in the program. Let me show you this. I release this 100, 1,000 and 2,000. I put the breakpoint. I click run. My program just show 1,000. Okay. I click continue, run again, play button. It shows 2,000. So this allows you to see the value step by step. Sometimes you want this. Okay. Yes.
So if you just insert a number in that parenthesis in front of sub, what does happen? Like 5. I don't know, any number. So
if you just insert a number, I think error happen, okay? you have to, let's say if this subroutine take input, you can do that. Now if you click run, I don't think it run. Okay. If you ask for like value of A, but you can type that from the front. I delete this part. I equal test 1 and this is 1.2 and I put enter. Doesn't work. Let's do that with the sheet that I already prepared, so it works for sure. Okay. Then the printer is not valid. Does not begin with later or something. Okay. Don't worry about that yet. Let's continue. And we will show what happens when we put something in the parentheses later. Okay. So this is the result. We get that the text and we have everything that we put including the quotation mark. Okay, this is a pop-up because of message box. And in that cell A3, it gives me CURDAR current directory, have the full part of the file. Okay. Sheet 2. Question again? Yes?
So you didn't exactly answer the previous question.
No, I didn't answer that question.
About sub. Why do you use sub? Why do you use the sub?
Okay, yes, correct. I didn't answer that question. We will learn it by doing it. Okay. So another subroutine, just to tell that we run the code from here to there, from the beginning of the sub to end of sub. Otherwise, we don't know where's the beginning, where's the end. And if you have several sub, which one to run? When you click, there's a choice for you to select which one to run. Okay. So sub L01, C01, sheet 2, this one, run from sheet 1, need to create sheet 2 first. Okay? It will run from sheet 1, but this time you say sheets with S, parentheses, double quotation mark, sheet 2, dot activate. Okay? So you activate sheet 2. Cell 1 equal to hello world, everything, you write this, dim ifile, same, and then you run it. If you write this part on sheet 2, not sheet 1, even though you run from sheet 1. So when you run from sheet 1, this thing will write everything on sheet 2. Okay. When I open sheet 2, you see this is sheet 2, I get the same thing. That's the run result. So to write a file, to write whatever you want to other sheet, just dot activate. Okay. And run VBA on OpenOffice Basic directly. You add option VBA support 1. Okay. And you may add option compatibility. This is a website that they say add this and it works. For online conversion, if you want to convert one kind of code to another code, that's the website to convert the code. Okay. Let's take a look. I go back. I try to put VBA code on OpenOffice. I just write, okay, VBA support 1, option compatibility, option compatible, and I put the same thing over there and run. It works. Okay. So when we write sell something, it also works. If we put VBA support 1, I think option compatible. I don't really know for sure, but when I don't put that, it's also work. So I put everything, we get the result. So next time we will go through how to print 1 to 100. 10 number per row, 1 number in each cell. Okay, and the rest. So this just gives you some idea on how do we do things in Excel, VBA, or OpenOffice. They are interchangeable. And you can download and go through the IPython notebook. There's a lot more. Okay, And see you next time. Question we meet later.
How we can reach these videos that you're capturing for
This video I will post it on the YouTube
Yeah, I mean.
as soon as I can. Okay? Thank you for coming. See you next time. Bye, Mr. Panas.